We have no headgear. We have cloth armor, common shield, stone tools, a 3-shot bow, and we have level 4 firepower, level 4 water power, level 4 planting, harvesting, lightning, level 4 handiwork, level 4 wood cutting, level 4 mining and transporting, and level 4 cooling. We have every single endgame base pal at level 23 with like no gear at all. Good morning, afternoon, and evening everyone. Let's play some video games, shall we? Today, I have an insane breeding guide for you so that you can get all your powerful work-based pals as early as level 20-ish. I think you can probably even do this at level 19. So, we're just gonna go right into it. I have a world here where I am level 21. We need a couple of technologies unlocked. Main one being the breeding farm, because you need that for breeding, obviously. So you need to be level 19. You also need the wheat plantation and the mill. And you need the egg incubator unlocked, which is over here. It only costs 1 technology points. So if you beat Chillet, then you'll have this. So I'm gonna go through this with you guys. First, you need some pal spears. You don't even need mega spears for this. You just need some pal spears. You need some pals. You do need a flyer, so either catch a Nightwing or a Bandworm. Nightwings you can just find in the starting area, and their saddle is at level 15 right here. You can unlock that, pretty easy to craft, should not take you too long. Okay, so first off, there is a couple of pals that you will need. By the time you're level 20, you should probably already have these, like say a chickpea. Throw a pal spear and miss. Throw another pal and just murder. Okay, maybe you don't have a chickpea. If you don't, go catch one. And we have a chickpea. Yeah, craft yourself a 3-shot bow and you should be able to catch Nightwings pretty easy as well. You're only level 10, so by the time you're level 20, should not be an issue. And throw a pal spear at it. You do need pal spears, by the way. Alright, secondly, you gotta get to the spawn settlement. It's right over here. On the map, it's over here. This is your spawn spot. If you just run to this place, you could probably get here within a couple of minutes, even from spawn if you don't have it unlocked already. Because we need to buy some things. Yeah, we need to buy some things. Mainly being wheat seeds over here. But it costs gold, and we're broke. So here's how you get gold. You see this cave back here? Go inside the cave. The cave level does not really matter. There's a bunch of pretty low level caves around the starting area. I can show you some of them, but we don't need to do the whole cave. Yeah, if you're struggling on getting pal spears, you can go in the cave as well, mine these palladium rocks. They drop way more than the tiny rocks outside, and should help you get spears pretty quickly. Find these palladium rocks. In normal race, I believe they give you like 20 or 30-ish palladium fragments, so that'll be plenty of spears for your need. The main thing you're looking for are right here, these flowers. Here's another one right up here. So yeah, there's a couple in each dungeon that you can get normally. And once you have the lotus, we are not going to use them. We are going to sell them. I did not even know these guys were here. But yeah, I mean, normally you can just go and sell it to the merchant in the settlement instead. But we're just going to sell it right here because they sell for 5,000 gold each. So that gives us 10,000 gold right there. Normally I'd say having around 20,000 is pretty good. So maybe like 2 dungeon runs. Because for breeding, it's chickpeas, mozzarinas, and bee guards. Chickpeas give you the eggs, mozzarinas give you milk, and bee guards give you honey. I will be showing you how to get all 3. I mean, I already showed you how to get chickpeas. The boss also drops some sellable items, so if you're high enough level, you could fight it, just beat it, and exit the dungeon that way. Hey, Sukumas. Very derpy little guys. Grab the chest at the end. We got a crossbow schematic. These sell for 1,000 each, no matter the blueprint. Let me see how long it takes to reset. It normally takes like, what, 15-ish minutes? 8 minutes. So it's probably around like 10 minutes to reset. There is another dungeon right here by Zoe's Tower. There's also another one, I believe, like right here. That's pretty good for Lotus. Or you could just run this dungeon twice. It doesn't really matter, because you only need a little bit of gold. So we'll just sell everything we got. We don't need the ammo. We'll sell the food. We just want gold right now. We already got 20,000, so we are good. If you haven't already, I do recommend catching a Vixie for your base, because they drop Pal Spears, so while you're off and away, they'll just give you some free Pal Spears. They're pretty low level 3, 4, easy to catch. And there we go, we got a Vixie, and we're good on that. Second pal we need are Mozzarinas, and hello. Right, Mozzarinas you can find right over here by the Azuro spawn. They're all over the place here. And while you're here, I do also recommend catching a Vanworm. You can see there's a Mozzarina right there. Yeah, there's Vanworms right there. They are a little bit better flyer than Nightwings. Because Nightwings, they have very low stamina, and this is annoying. But you can catch a Vanworm here. They're only level 12 to 14, 15-ish. You are gonna die, Vanworm, if you don't get in the spear. I mean, you might kill me instead. But yeah, with the regular path spear, you have a pretty decent odd. Normally probably around like 20-30%. Just throw a couple. We're also gonna get a Mozzarina right here. There we go. Alright, we got a Mozzarina. While you're here, I would also recommend just grabbing a Kelpsie, because they're good ranch pals. They spawn basically all over the water right over here. They drop pal fluids for you, which is a resource you're gonna need a lot of. Okay, at base, we are just gonna set up a ranch, just to have the chickpeas and Mozzarinas producing a little bit. So each ranch can have up to 4 pals in it. So if you need more, just build more. But with this, you can also just fix assignments, so if you have like a bunch of land balls in your base, they don't all just take up the spots. Okay, the third pal we need is a bee guard. Bee guards are a little bit difficult to get because they spawn all the way up here. Yeah, around here. And they're high level, you need higher level spears, and they have a tendency to explode on you, making them very difficult to catch. So we're gonna avoid all that. And we're gonna do something else to get the bee guard. We are going right over here to the Desolate Church's fast travel. But we are gonna head right over here on the map. Alright, we are here. Here on the map, right as you can see. It looks like this. It is getting a little bit dark, so it's gonna be a bit difficult to navigate, but don't be blind, I guess. We are going right inside here. It's a little bit dark, so I do recommend doing this in the day if you can't see or if you're blind. But there are some glow mushrooms as well to help you navigate. What we want is the Black Marketeer. I know there's like a bunch of tips and tricks on like, hey, catch the Black Marketeer. He's level 40. You are not catching him with a regular pass spear, so we're not going to do that. We're gonna go on here, buy. He has Speed Guard for 5,000. Buy that. Now we don't need to capture one. His items do change around, so if B Guard is not on that, what you can do is just hit escape, return to title, join back in the server, and if there's no other players nearby, his stock will reset. You don't have to leave and come back, you don't have to fly away. You can just exit the server and log back in. Same with if you're in a single player server. Actually, while we're here, the B Guard, how much did that cost? Only 5,000, so we still have 15,000. We did not need that much money, but there is a second pal you can get from him. And that is King Pekka, which we need for breeding. If you don't want to get it from the Black Marketeer, you can just capture it over here. It is level 23, so a slight bit higher than our level range. But you can catch him pretty easily, or you can just, use the rest of your 15,000 gold to refresh the stock and buy it. So yeah, let me just show you how that works. You return to title, go back into the game, and his stock will be completely refreshed since this is a single player and I'm the only one in the world. Once I load back in, he'll have a new stock of pals. You can see he's already back. Let's look at his band, and he has a whole new set of pals. But none of the ones we need, so let's just refresh his stock a couple of times. Alright, there we go. King Pekka costs 13,000, so we have just enough. It does take a couple of re-rolling. Passives don't matter really. Yeah, but I mean, if you don't want to do all the re-rolling, I'd say just go ahead and capture it. It's not too high level, and it's pretty easy to get. Hey, Metal Pekkas, I don't think I have you guys. Can I get one of you? No, I don't want to fight Trinket. Direhowl, why are you after me? Get in the spear. I'm pretty sure I already have one of you, but now you're gonna get in the spear. And you as well. But yeah, I mean, you just want to The entire house has remarkable craftsmanship. So, I mean, and that melt packet has mercy hit. Cool. Talk about luck. But yeah, I mean, as you're just playing the game and trying to get to level 20 and exploring around, I would definitely recommend just capturing like 1 or 2 area of the early game pals. Because with breeding, just the more variety you have, the easier it gets. We almost have everything we need. We're just missing a couple items to get this breeding operation underway. That is not a teleport station. We need the incubator. That means Chillet. Alright, I'm gonna go capture Chillet and Penking. Alright, Chillet is right here. Level 11. By the time you have breeding pen unlocked and you're like level 19, 20, this should be no problem at all. Let me have Fox Spark. Fire is effective against Chillet, so if you're doing this when you're low level, just use a Fox Sparks. Because it also causes burn damage over time. Yeah, and Chillet is very easy to capture. You were supposed to get in the spear, because I said you were very easy to capture. Wow, this Chillet is just being rude now. Please get in. 40% chance. Nice, alright. We got Chillet. I am also gonna go and catch Penking, because we can use him for breeding in a bit as well. Right, we are at Penking. He is level 15, I believe. Yeah. So Penking is a little bit more difficult because he has a lot of penguin minions around him. So if you're low level or struggling with him, I do suggest just fighting him at nighttime, because all the penguins will be asleep, same with Penking, so they won't just all gang up on you. And it makes the fight a lot easier. That hurt. I don't have a shield on me. Gimme, thank you. Alright, we have a shield now. Nope, not getting hit by that, because that will do a lot of damage. Alright, yeah, capture percentage should be around like 10-20ish% for him with the regular Prowl Spears. He has Work Slave as well, that's nice. Alright, there is only one more pal we need to start this whole operation, but before we do that, we are gonna go back here and use some of our remaining gold to buy some wheat seeds, because we need those for breeding. I will get 9 so I can make 3. It costs 3 wheat seeds per plantation. Alright, we got the wheat seeds, and I also do recommend having a second base unlocked, so you can have a basis for breeding and all your crops growing. For me personally, I just like having my bases in like a flat area. Helps makes building it a little bit easier. So I'm gonna set it down right here. Alright, so we got our breeding base set up. I made 2 breeding pens, just so I can have 1 for breeding and 1 for just holding the cakes. We got 3 wheat plantations, 2 berry plantations, some hot springs, some beds, and a feed box. That's basically it. Right, I did say we were going to get a Vanworm saddle. For Vanworm, it's level 21, so if you're not there yet, it's fine. You can just use a Nightwing. I am gonna probably just use a Nightwing, actually. Yeah, let's go with the Nightwing, because I don't want to use up the metal. Final pal we need, and the most important, is Griswold, which is, I believe, right down here. You can see a little bit of it. It's in the Sanctuary. Griswold is normally around like level 20-ish, so you should be able to catch it as long as you have a couple of Power Spears on you. Yes, I mean, this is the starting location. Sanctuary is right there. You cannot miss it at all. So don't get lost. Alright, so we are at the Sanctuary. We just need to find a Griswold. There's a Penking over there. They are a slight bit of a rare spawn, so we might have to fly around for a while, just resetting the spawns a little bit. But they're not too rare. Just, I would recommend if you're on a Nightwing, don't sprint, because in case PDF officers spawn, you don't want to run out of stamina and just drop right on top of them. There are Ectodeer Terroirs. I would recommend catching one here if you have the spears for it, but prioritize getting Griswold first, because we will need a Ectodeer Terror later on. But if you don't catch it here, we can just speed one up. It's not too difficult. And there is a Griswold right here. I don't remember what gender the King Paka was, but we are gonna catch this. If the King P.E.K.K.A is female as well, we can just go catch a couple more King P.E.K.K.As. Would love a male Griswold as well, but I don't know if we're gonna be getting lucky enough for that. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, so I mean capture rate will be around like 10-15%, which is plenty if you have a couple of spears. There we go. Alright, we have a Griswold. I am probably gonna just fly around a little bit, see if I can get a male Griswold or not, and if not, just gonna activate a Tira as well. There's a couple of Zurobs. Oh, there's another Griswold. Please tell me you're male. Please? Nope, you're female. But I will catch you as well. Yeah, I mean, this is better than like 1 in 10, so yeah, there we go. Alright, let me just see where an activity Tira is. They should not. Okay, there's one. I'll just go for that one. We've been here long enough. Let's get to the actual breeding, because you will probably get killed if you don't dodge. Alright. We got the 2 pals we wanted, and we can leave now. Yeah, for leaving, if you don't... Yeah, I mean, if you don't drop anything on death, you can just respawn to get back to base faster. If you do, I suggest going this way, because there's a teleport spot right here that you can take. Yeah, as you can see, teleport's right there, and we got a very nice sunset. Yeah, so from the sanctuary, the teleport is directly, basically west from it. Got a cooking pot building as well, just to make the cakes. So we have basically everything we need to get started with breeding. I did grab the eggs and honey that was going on in the other base, and we have wheat being turned into flour right here, which we just need our pals to wake up once it's day. But let's check the King P.E.K.K.A. I hope it's male, because both our Griswolds are female. You are a male. Alright, that's great. Yeah, if it was the wrong gender, you know, I'd say go for the King P.E.K.K.A. rather than trying to get more Griswolds, because King P.E.K.K.A's right here, and it's always will be. We can upgrade our base, so I mean, mine's only at level 11. Alright, so not be too difficult to get it. And we're gonna put in King P.E.K.K.A. and we're gonna put in not the bottomless stomach one, Griswold. Alright, so the first prayer we're doing is Griswold and King P.E.K.K.A. Griswold, get in please. Are you transporting? Thank you. Alright, this is gonna give us an amazing and insane pal. Well, I'll get back to you when I have it. Cooking cake takes forever. That is why we're doing some breeding. Alright, yeah, Fox Sparks with level 1 cooking, it's gonna take a while, but it won't be this bad forever. Alright, we're gonna be getting our fire pal pretty quick. We just need to cook up like a couple egg cakes. Okay, this is insane. This is taking way too long to cook. So, we're changing this order a little bit. Griswold and King P.E.K.K.A, you can chill in a bit. We are going for a fire pal first, as soon as this cake is done cooking. Grab the Mazarina, yoink, goodbye. And run away to the breeding base. Mazarina, you go in here. And where is my monitoring stand? Mazarina, Penking, you guys are going into the breeding pen. You guys are the right center, right? Please tell me you are. Male. Female, thank God. Alright, cake is almost done. Thank you. I never want to wait that long again. Okay, this is why I wanted to do it as well, rather than just tell you all straight up. It's like, hey, do this combination. Because things change when you're actually doing the thing. Alright, the experience does make certain things be like, yeah, I should probably address this first. Alright, so as soon as these are done, we will get a new fire pal that'll be better than Fox Sparks. Alright, they finished breeding, finally. Let's go. And we have a giant little fire egg. Large scorching egg. Alright, so this is the first combination now. Melisanda plus Penking gives you... Da-da-dun! Blaze Howl with Work Slave, nice. Alright, I'm just gonna go in here and hi Fox Sparks, goodbye Fox Sparks. I'll take the level 3 fire pal instead. So main focus right now should just be getting our cake production and farm up and running. Penking, you can leave the pen. Yeah. So next combination will be Griswold and Nightwing, I believe. Griswold, both of mine are female. Do I have a male Nightwing? That is not male. That is not male, and that is not male. Awesome. So if that happens, you'll get a male Nightwing. That's basically it. They're in the beginning area. Let's go find one. That's all I got for you. Well, I just cut and there's a male Nightwing right in front here. So there we go. There we go. I'm just gonna take the teleport and let's put Nightwing and Griswold in. And you guys can go into the breeding pen. Have fun. Alright, we have a huge dragon egg from Nightwing and Griswold. And this will give us our first level 4 passive, Jormuntide. You do have Musclehead, which kinda sucks, but you are level 4 Warding Pal. You are gonna be used in our next combination as well. So Griswold, Nightwing, get out. And we're gonna put Jormuntide in. You're gonna go into here with Blaze Howl. If any of you guys have done reading, you probably know what this combination leads to already. But I'll catch you back when we have an egg. Alright, we got another huge dragon egg. So let's grab this. And I'm sure some of you already know what this is gonna bring out. We got a Jormuntide Ignis, and does not have Musclehead, has Nocturnal and Work Slave. Alright, so yeah, with Jormuntide Ignis, it is a unique variant of normal Jormuntide. And the only way to get it by breeding is either breeding 2 Jormuntide Ignis or breeding specifically Jormuntide with the Blaze Hound. There are no other breeding combinations for this one, pal. You can't catch them out in the wild at like Sanctuary 3 way in the desert area, but they're like level 50 and we're not getting that. So next up, we are gonna go back to the first breeding combo we tried with Griswold and King Keka. We got another egg. Let's go. This one's pretty tiny. I mean, it's a large, it's not tiny. But yeah, there is a reason I was originally planning on doing this combination first. Because it gives a Brawlhalla. And this guy is amazing. Alright. It has level 4 planting and harvesting, so it's great for your base. Especially for this one. Plus, they have a special ability. What base is shortest time for pals assigned to breeding farm to produce eggs. So when you have this guy out, you just get eggs faster. That's why originally I was planning on going for this, but definitely go for the fire one first, because it just makes cooking easier. Alright, our next combination is going to be with Brawlhalla. Hopefully we got the right gender one. We have a male, perfect. If you didn't get a male, I mean if you don't have, we're breeding Brawlhalla with Griswold. If you didn't get the right gender, just, you know, breed some more and you'll eventually get the right gender. It's not too big of a deal. Because you will want multiple of these anyways. Boop, boop, boop. Just AFKing base all day and getting all the pals. Alright. So Brawlhalla plus Griswold right here will give you this guy, Knock Golem. Normally I believe he spawns all the way in Sakurasama Island, so it's gonna be level 50 plus pal. And he has level 4 mining and transporting. So he is basically the only thing you need in your mining base. They'll mine, they'll transport the ores they're mining, and you're good. Alright, next combination. We're just gonna keep going, because this is very quick. So for the next one, we are getting a very handy pal. So for this, depending on what you have and what gender they are, you could use a couple combinations. You could do Brawlhalla plus Chillet, so I have male. And I have male Chillet, so I can't do that. So, or you can use your new Knock Golem. I have a female, and I can combine that with either a Celery or a Dimmud. Do I have any of those? I have a Dimmud. Okay, so I can do female and a male Dimmud. I also have a female Celery, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna have you guys go out, and I'm gonna put Knock Golem and Dimmud in. Let's just let these breed up, chill, AFK in base for like 3 minutes. So let's get this egg. And this is going to be a very useful and handy pal. Sure, you get what I mean, right? It's an Anubis. Yeah, so Anubis is a handiwork pal. Great for it, basically all products and bases, because they also have transport. They can also do mining on the side with their level 3 mining. So we're going to breed male Knockcolum and female Penking right here. Yeah, if you ever don't get like the gender you want, just breed them a couple more times. It is basically a 50-50 on what gender you get, so you should get the correct gender eventually. Alright, we have an egg. As you can see, it's an electric egg. Guess what passive we're gonna be going for this time? Can you guess what pal this is gonna make? And Azure main. It is not an Ozark. Azure main. So this is a level 4 electric pal. Personally, I would say Ozarker is better, but Azure main is just easier to breed up. If you want an Ozarker, because they have transport and some handiwork as well, you can breed up a Griswold plus a Relaxosaur. Relaxosaurs, you can find them just near the boss area out in the wild. I believe they're over here-ish, maybe? Up here. If you don't want to go catch them, you can also just breed them up. For Relaxor, you can breed up your Germantide plus Knockcolum. That'll give you a Relaxor, and then beat that Relaxor with your Griswold. And you get a Berserker. Now that we have unlimited power, it's time to go a little bit old school, because we need wood. So I did save wood cutting for more later on, because this one is a little bit complicated. There is only one level 4 wood cutting pal, and that is Celestia. And the only way to get Celestia is either breed 2 Celestias together, or breed a Gildane and an Ectheria Terra. So that is why I said to catch this one if you can. If you don't get it, you can just breed a normal Ectheria with a Hangyu, which you can find in the desert area. Or you can just breed up a Hangyu with, like, what is it? Yeah, a Lift Milk plus Fox Sparks, Joltalk plus Lamball, or T-Fant. T-Fant, where is T-Fant? Do I even have a T-Fant? No, but you can breed this. Joltalk plus Fox Sparks. You can find these both basically in the star area. Joltalk spawn closer over there towards the village. They'll give you a Hangyu, breed it with the deer, and you get an Ectheria Terra. So we need to breed this with a Gildane. We don't have a Gildane, so we need to make a Gildane. And Gildane you can get with a Penking, which we already have, plus a Cinnamoth, which we don't have. So we are gonna go just catch a Cinnamoth and start breeding one up. They're pretty weak. They spawn not over here. They spawn over here in this whole area where you also get wheat seeds. Okay, so we teleported in and you can see some Cinnamoths over there already. Level 18, 19, 20. Ow. Ow. Everything hates me and wants to murder me, and I'm dead. Well, we caught it. We got a male. You and Cinnamoth. Alright, let's let these guys breed up. We need a Gildane, and then we can turn that into a Celestia. What is the gender? We need a female Gildane. Alright, we got an egg. Please be female, I think? Female. Maybe. Male. I don't remember anymore. I don't have the greatest memories. Just be the right gender I need, please. Male, I need female. Where... oh, it's in my party. Female, perfect. And have fun. There you go. Alright. And let's let these breed up and get an egg. Alright. We got ourselves an egg. Let's grab this. I said grab this. Alright. And that gives us Celestia, our level 4 woodcutting pal. What's next? Cooling. Cooling is actually super easy. We just need to get a Bastigar, level 4 cooling pal. And that you can just take Anubis over here and breed him up with Frostallion. And how do you get a Frostallion? Well, it's pretty easy, you know. He's just up here. He's like level 60, just catch him. And you can breed them up and get a level 4 cooling pal. And plus side, you know, Frostallion is also a level 4 cooling pal, so you'll have 2. So that's all you have to do. But no. No. Alright, we're actually just gonna breed Nightwing over here with King Pekka. Where are you? Right here. We are back with an egg. Alright. Let's grab this. Large frozen egg. And this gives, well, a whale. Aska. A whale Aska. So whale Aska, level 4 cooling, level 3 watering as well. Pretty decent. But yeah, for medicine production, which is the only one left, there is unfortunately no level 4 other than Bellanor and Bellanor Libero. And Bellanors you can only get through doing the actual raid boss. So you can't beat them up. There are decent level 3 ones, but medicine production is not really that important. There is one that I would recommend you get. So Prunilla, I do recommend you try and get once you have your like normal base pal spread up. She has level 3 medicine production, sure, but the main reason would be wallet base, C pluses the crops, and increasing their harvest. So you get more. And you can get her pretty easily. You can breed up Knock Golem, which we got from breeding, plus a Gumos that you can just find in the starting area. You could also breed up Blaze Howl with Chillette. Another pal I do recommend you get is Lulu right here. Similar to Prunella, while Prunella increases the harvest amount, Lulu over here increases the growth rate, so your crops grow faster, you get more food. And Lulu you can also get, ignore this, you can get Lulu pretty easy with Brahola, which we bred up, plus a Lamb Ball, which you probably already have a bunch of. Yeah, so you would also want a Siblex for getting high quality cloth from the ranch. So once you beat up a Azure main, the electricity one, the electric force, you can combine that with an Azurobe. And Azurobe is right over here, level 17 boss, you can catch that pretty easily. You could also get Azurobe in the first sanctuary over here if you want to just catch that when going for Grisbolt. Pretty common spawn. Flambell, normally you can just find them in like captured cases, but if you just want to breed them up, you can use Pengulet plus Catava or Pengulet plus Cremis and just get them pretty easily. Only way to get Dimud Guild is breeding with Dimud plus Eclidioterra. Eclidioterra we already have, and Dimud you can just get by breeding Brahola with Catava and then breed up Dimud with Eclidioterra. I believe their drops is basically the same, except the only thing is Dimud Guild has a 50% chance to drop some coins as well. So you might as well just replace all your Dimuds with Dimud Guild. Suits here, this guy. So they have a chance of dropping Pal Souls, Bone, and Oil. Bone you need for crafting, and Crude Oil you are definitely going to need a lot once you get into the later stages of the game. For watering Pals though, I do recommend you get a Ganglar, because Jormuntides do have level 4 watering, but these guys are water dark. That means they work 24/7 and they also have level 4 water. To get a Ganglar, you need a Grisbolt plus a Dictoise. If you don't have a Dictoise yet, you can breed a Grisbolt plus a Chickpea and they'll give you a Dictoise. Then breed that with your Grisbolt and that will give you a Ganglar. Alright, so for the most important and must-have pal, you need a Jolthog plus a Foxsparks. And you need to breed them together. And you will get this egg right here. Take it to your incubator immediately and hatch it. And you get a Jelliet. Get over here. Alright, everyone needs to have this pal. Because not only is it adorable, while in your team, it increases items you get from fishing, alright? This thing's adorable and amazing, and it's a must-have for any Palworld player. Okay, so we were level 21 when we started. We have no headgear, we have cloth armor, common shield, stone tools, a 3 soft bow, and we have level 4 fire pal, level 4 water pal, level 4 planting, harvesting, lightning, level 4 handiwork, level 4 wood cutting, level 4 mining and transporting, and level 4 cooling. We have every single endgame base pal at level 23 with like no gear at all. But that's it for the video. If you found it helpful, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you all have an amazing day. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.